Welcome to Portland, Oregon. From the moment that you step off the plane in Portland, you will get a feel for what this city has to offer. It was just the most unique airport that I've ever seen in the States. There is full of stores that sell like the craft beers and the local wines and many other products or items that are known for Oregon. You will see all types of variety of things that you're able to purchase right in the airport before you ever step foot into the city. It's very, very interesting. Lots and lots of things to spend time. So if you're ever delayed in the airport, this will be the place to be because you can do lots of shopping and really, really enjoy a lot of items that are known to Oregon. I'm showing some of the craft wines that they have here. And then walking through the airport, it's just full of all types of restaurants. You can go to coffee shops where they have locally brewed coffees and lots of eateries. There's Pendleton is there. You can even check out a movie. They have a place called Hollywood where you can go in and see a short film while you're waiting for your flight or while you're delayed in the airport. So very, very interesting place to be. Once you step out of the airport, you just began to see all types of interesting sights along the way. The housing is very, very charming. All of the different neighborhoods we went to, I felt that it was just very, very unique. And you could see a lot of just really, really cookie cutter neighborhoods.
Continue.
All of the houses have their own charm.
LA traffic bad,
so
or
it's
was it
really, really interesting to just drive
No,
through or
Seattle's
walk
traffic
through
is
some
like
of the neighborhoods and just see what you might walk up on. You just never know what you will see when you're driving
What's the
through
big industry here?
Portland, Oregon. It's known for the bridges that they have. You even driving over a bridge to get into the downtown area, which is really, really nice and very, very serene.
It's grown
So
a lot
I did
just like in the last
enjoy
5
taking
years.
in some of the
Is that right?
sites. So if you want to go
Yeah.
there and just kind of have a really relaxing time, you can just kind of take some strolls through the neighborhood or take a little drive
It's
through
hard
the
for me to
city
gauge.
and
I was
enjoy
there so
yourself.
long
If you like
ago.
that type of thing.
Downtown
I do.
was
So it was fun for me.
nice, but it was not as
And,
busy as it is now.
I really, really enjoyed walking. So now we're kind of walking through some of the neighborhoods and getting a close up look at some of the houses. And it's an area called the Alberta Eats area that's just really charming. One of the restaurants that I wanted to check out while there is the Bollywood Theater, which is known for their Indian cuisine. And I do recommend that restaurant in Bollywood, and it's the Alberta Arts area. I said eats, it should be arts. Food is excellent. Now we're entering into what is called the Voodoo Donut Shop, which was highly recommended to me. The donuts are good. I'm not going to say they're the best donuts you'll have in life, but they are very tasty. They have a wide variety of donuts to choose. This one was the type of donut. Just cream donuts. You can get triple chocolate donuts. You can get maple bacon donuts. They have something for every appetite. Traditional ones are old fashioned glaze. Of course, they have you covered with that as well. And now we're walking through the neighborhoods again, just taking in some of the sights and some of the signs and things like that that you just kind of encounter on a leisurely stroll through the neighborhoods. I think this again is the Alberta Arts area, which I really, really enjoyed that area. I think the most of all the areas because it was just so unique in the types of things that you would happen upon culturally, and I did enjoy that. We're just casually walking around, and you see nobody's in a hurry. There's no hustle and bustle in this town. Everybody's just, enjoying a usual walk or leisurely drive. Even there's no aggressive driving or anything like that during our stay, and that was a welcome change. So here we are walking again in the downtown area and just kind of taking in some of the sights and some of the small local shops. I really like that there are a lot of smaller type shops here to support. That was really nice to kind of look at and to see small businesses thriving. You can literally stroll for hours through Portland and just see all types of very interesting sights and things that you might want to stop and explore more, or just continue to just stroll casually. It's really, really safe. When I was doing my research, I saw that Portland is one of the safest cities in the U.S., so that was good. So it's just a nice place where you can feel comfortable and just kind of walk around and take it all in and see some really unique things. One of the things that I really wanted to see when I was doing my research was called the Mill Ends Park, which is the smallest park in the world. It is only about 2 square feet. It's also called the Leprechaun Park because of its founder and his Irish heritage. So we had to stop there and look. It wasn't a whole lot to see, but it was interesting to kind of stop by. Then we continued along with our walk. There's another view of the park. You can see just how small it is. It's pretty much just in the middle of the road. Quite interesting. I wouldn't recommend seeking it out, but if you're in that area, it's good to kind of walk through and take a look. They also have the Mercy Courts. I had never heard of that before, so I just thought that was pretty interesting and also indicative of the type of town that Portland is. They really seem to care about all types of people. They had a hop-on, hop-off tour opportunity. We didn't really do that because the downtown area is not that large. You can walk around and see all types of interesting sights. This is the Chinese Botanical Garden, which is located right in the heart of Cincy Center. It's pretty unique to take a look at. I did not go in. They wanted $12.95 to go into this garden. I'm just not into plants like that. So I just took advantage of some of the photo ops in the area, which was pretty cute to just kind of look around. You can sit there if you want and just enjoy the views or people watch. But it is a garden that's full of unique native plants to China. And then here's some food trucks. Food trucks are prevalent there in the downtown area and throughout the city, like in the Alberta Arts area, you'll see a lot of the food trucks as well. Here's one sign that says, "Keep Portland Weird." You see that quite a bit throughout the city, which was quite interesting. They really are proud of this. There is transportation if you want to take a trolley or tram through City Center. This is the Portland Outdoor Store, which I understand has some old vintage Coca-Cola machines. I didn't go in there, but it is an interesting building to look at. And you can just walk around and go into old shops like that. They have a lot of vintage stores in the downtown area for clothing. There's more food trucks and things there that are just all over the place, and they seem to have some really interesting foods there. Did not try anything from those trucks, but they had a variety. It seems that everything that you would want, that you could get it there from the food trucks or from the various restaurants that they had in the downtown area. Also, when walking through, just some really cute little water fountains and everything that they have in the downtown area. So just continuing to walk around jewelry shops, tattoo shops, if you want to get tattoos, you want to get piercings. All of those types of things are very, very prevalent because that's the type of town it is. Here's Powell's Books, which is a very, very famous bookstore, which was founded, I think, in 1971 as an independent bookstore. And then they have lots and lots of shopping. So in addition to the vintage bookstores, you have your major retailers around. that you can go into and do some shopping, which is also very, very nice. Not all downtown areas have shopping, so that's a good thing about downtown Portland. Some more billboards here that I just found interesting, and the bridges that I mentioned before. Oregon is known for. Now, I mentioned before how socially conscious the people of Portland are. You see signs such as this everywhere. So they really seem to be big on equality and people and human rights in general, which I really, really liked. And this is another very unique and very charming neighborhood that we just kind of strolled through. I find it kind of weird walking through neighborhoods, quite honestly. You know, this is where people live, so I really don't like to do that. But I tell you, it was just too interesting to not do it and take it all in. So we did a lot of walking up and down residential streets, just kind of looking at some of the homes, which really just look like cottages in many cases. So that was really, really interesting to do that. And everybody that we encountered outside, they were very, very welcoming, and everybody spoke and everything. Really got a kind of a country feel to it in that respect, because in the South, people tend to speak a lot, and you don't really see that in the northern cities that often. But that was a nice little touch as well. Now here we're walking up on the Caravan Tiny House Hotel. So Oregon has a lot of tiny house or micro communities all around, but this one here is a hotel that you could actually rent, and they are the tiny homes that you can rent for, I think they started around $185 a night. I really kind of wanted to stay there until I actually got there and looked and saw just how small they are. So I'm kind of glad I didn't, but I am glad that I did at least walk through and take a look. Right outside of that community, they had a little stand or food truck where you could purchase some food, and then you could go up on this school bus that had been converted into like a little restaurant area where you could go in and sit and eat what you had purchased from that little stand, which was kind of interesting. So, like I said, you just never know what you walk up on when you're walking through the streets of Portland. So this is more of the area and some of the signs again that you see all over the place. And people have even taken it as far as putting things on their house to express how they feel about certain political things or people, as in this case. Very, very interesting. They're not shy about their feelings. So we went out to what's called Multnomah Falls. Beautiful, beautiful area. It's about 30-40 minutes outside of Portland. Very, very nice, very serene. The falls are about 611 feet high. There's a waterfall. You can walk up or hike up to the top if you want, or you can go up just a couple of hundred feet to the Benson Bridge. That will be coming into view in a moment. But the bridge, you can just kind of walk up there. It's kind of like an overlook where there it is. Very beautiful from afar. Honestly, it's not all that impressive. I've seen more beautiful falls, but it's an interesting thing to do when you're there. And there is no cost for this. It's just a very beautiful, very scenic drive out here to the falls. So I do recommend taking the time to go out there and take a look. And they have a lodge there which has a gift shop, and they have restaurants, and you get ice cream, and you can do different things like that. So that's pretty cool. Just more random sights that you see in Portland. Like I said, I really enjoy this city and recommend if you're in this area to take a look at Portland.